Yo, Deuterino.
Yo, Debo.
What is good with you, my man? Nine the hard way.
Nine the hard way, 9:30. It's all good except for my ability to tell time.
Well, you know what? Maybe that'll come up later. Time travel is an interesting theory there as well. How have you been, sir? Is life still treating you okay? If I was going to talk about regular stuff, most people are hurting these days. How's life treating you?
We're hanging in there. We're doing this, we're recording this on November 1st. So
Mm-hmm.
yesterday was Halloween,
That's right.
and I have become accustomed to the COVID quarantine 6 feet of separation style Halloween where it's contactless candy giving.
I see.
So
I
I put
see.
out my bowl, I fill up my bowl of candy,
Uh huh.
and I hook it up. I like to get a couple of the king size
Just
Snickers.
to be clear, you blame COVID on this whole situation of your
Well, I'm just
laziness.
saying,
Okay,
pre-COVID, I would stand at the door, I
I
would hand
see.
out the candy.
Uh
Oh,
huh.
nice costume. Oh, look at you, you're a bunny. Whatever the case may be, and I give them some candy, and it is what it is.
Right.
But during COVID, it was like not a good. Don't do that. Just if you're gonna give out candy, just set it out there and you know d avoid the contact with people. And for me, that's easier. Go ahead.
You know what I found over this last Halloween holiday was that I became more cynical. Like I see kids in costumes, right, and I think that's neat. And I'm walking around with my wife. She just like does the high pitched scream of how cute things are every time she sees a
Yeah.
costume, right? And I just start going like, no, it's just another costume. It's not a high pitched scream another costume. You know what I mean? But every other costume, it was like, oh
What
my
is
god, it's
you
so
have
cute. I don't know.
you have children? What is the popular children's costume?
Well, I'm just going with my favorites that took it home for me this year. Okay,
Yeah.
because this is the year where inflatable costumes are more popular. It was just all you really had before was the sumo wrestler,
A
right?
sumo wrestler or like muscles?
Yeah, that was it. That's also inflatable costumes got a little extra this year, and personally because I thought it was adorable, and I would have done a high pitched voice thing when I saw this one. It's a. I mean, I guess they probably have an adult version, but it was a little kid riding a dinosaur, and
Oh, yeah, I like that one.
it was just adorable. Like the little legs are just on the sides of the dinosaur, and the dinosaur's all blown up, and the little kid's got the stirrups, and it's just I don't know, man. Like that was the cutest thing. I got high voiced for that one, but everything else though I thought was high voiced too often. For every
Yeah.
other third kid. Oh my god, he's so cute, and I was just like, he's just another. But they're not
So in an
ghosts,
effort,
anyways.
so in an effort for me to avoid the high voice every time I see a
Mm-hmm.
costume, I just fill up a bowl, a big ass bowl of good candy,
Mm-hmm.
and I set it out. Near we have like the light up pumpkins and the Halloween decorations in the front yard,
Right.
and I set the bowl up there, and I put a little sign. I say, please take a handful, hook yourself up, but leave some for the next trick or treater.
So nice of you.
I think I said, for the next school or goblin.
There you go.
And then I'm watching Monday Night Football and we're eating dinner, and I don't want to be bothered to deal with the candy passing out. Well, I hear like teenagers laughing in the way that teenagers do when they're about to do some dumb shit. And
That was a very specific laugh.
yeah, it's like a dead giveaway. And so I peek through the blinds, and I
Uh-huh.
just see these two. It's hard to tell age, especially
Sure.
the older I get.
Yeah.
Hard
The
to
eye
tell the
makeup.
age of younger kids, but
Right.
then they're in skeleton costumes.
Okay.
But they seem tall, so I'm gonna guess like no younger than 13. I'm putting it maybe in the 14, 15 range. Like probably this is your last year trick or treating, bro.
Okay.
You probably should have already stopped.
Probably should. Okay.
And they just dump the whole bowl. One of them dumps the entire bowl into the other kid's backpack, and they're just giggling to to all high heaven.
Mm-hmm.
And I just watched that through the blinds, and I'm like, that's probably what I would have done. I remember when you and I growing up, we would race to the unsupervised candy house, and that was like the coolest part of trick or treating was like go to the house where it's unsupervised and you can
Maybe get
hook
one,
yourself
maybe
up.
yeah, one or two. You know what I mean? 3 or 4. I get.
I mean, we would never dump
No, 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 no,
the
no.
bowl.
Of course not.
There was a house that had a trash can full of candy
Right.
on Elm Street,
Remember that.
behind my block.
Right.
But we could never pick up the trash can at that age. But you would, a couple
Sure.
scoops into your bag,
Sure.
and move on about your day. So when they dumped the bowl, I was like, well, it's survival of the fittest, I guess, and fuck the kids who come after you.
Didn't feel bad for yourself or for the kids? Who do you feel bad for? I wonder.
I mean, I felt bad for the rest of the trick or treaters because
Yeah.
I hooked it up. That was there's a lot of king size stuff in there. There's
Mhm.
good good shit, Kit Kats and Reese's and Snickers and so I felt bad because this was the first trick or treater that came by. It wasn't like, or I mean, at least
Oh, this
the first
wasn't
one
even
I
like number
noticed.
10. It was just
No,
like
this was like early on.
They found an early score.
They were like, we're gonna get out early. We're gonna we're gonna steal everybody's bowl and then fuck it. So then I started to feel bad for the next group. So I wanted to replace some of the candy. So I'm like looking through the pantry, like what can I put out there? So we put some bags of little like lunch
Veggie
bags
dogs.
of chips,
Oh.
Pop-Tarts, dog treats, leftover sweet and sour packets from McDonald's, the red chili flakes from Domino's, salt and pepper from the last time we ordered.
Season your meal.
Takeout. I don't know what to. When you run out of stuff, what are you gonna do? Put out like 7 table crackers.
When you run out.
unwrapped.
When you run out, you run out. All right. I tell you what. Let's go ahead and grab G over here out of the back. See if he had a ghoulish holiday season or if he dressed up all fancy. G, were you in the witness protection program for? Did you just stand in the back corner, open the door on its own, like hand them one candy and then close the door so they didn't see you? Like, what'd you do for Halloween?
No one comes to our house.
Oh, yeah. Well, they know.
I have candy for the last 3 years. No one comes to the house.
Dang, that's rough.
I'm forced to eat the candy.
Do
That's
you
only
turn a
because
light
we
on?
only have old people on our street, so
Do you
Alright.
do you turn a light on or no? Do you turn
Yes.
on? Oh, do you have
You
ghoulish?
do the
Do you have?
Motel 6?
no. I should leave the candy bowl out.
Yeah,
I
well,
don't.
you would see what happens at Duder's house. when
Yeah,
you do such
but
things.
I don't. I come to the door, ring the doorbell.
Gee, I wanted to.
Keep your skills alive.
Gee, I wanted to open up our conversation today with a little bit of soup. A little bit of soup, but today's soup maybe just going to be just a tad bit different kind of soup today.
I'm on painkillers right now.
Well, don't put your painkillers in my soup. Okay. Well, tell you what. Actually, do the opposite of what I said. Our soup today comes from UFO or UAP news. If you follow the news out there,
Can you bring us up to speed on UAP?
UAP is the new acronym for UFOs. If a UFO, unidentified flying object, was the UFO,
Yeah.
but they don't like that one anymore. They feel it's judgmental and racist to aliens from a different system. So they've changed it to UAP, which is it makes it says unidentified aerial phenomenon. Did I get those acronyms, those letters right?
Really? Really?
Yeah.
It's the
Did I get 'em
same
right?
Exact thing
Okay.
as a flying object.
Unidentified aerial phenomenon.
Well, they don't identify as objects.
It's not an object, and it right.
It is an object.
Quit objectifying the aliens.
I have to because it's I cannot tell what it is.
Well,
Therefore,
Well,
it is an
that's
object.
what makes it a phenomenon.
That's what makes it a
It's
phenomenon.
an object, a
Yeah.
phenomenon.
Phenomenon.
Be like
Be an LL
Right
Cool J
light.
song.
the phenomena. Phenomena.
I
Phenomena.
can do that all day. So just Duder, yesterday was the day we were supposed to do this record this, right?
Yeah.
In the
But
news,
she was abducted.
Exactly, but she was abducted by aliens, and so we couldn't do it. In the news, I thought it was just appropriate that I'm watching the news, and there it goes. U.S. Congress waiting to get their second declassified report from the Navy on UAP and the UAP task force. And it was right there. I mean, it was in the, there's all sorts of stuff in the news, right? But for that to hit the news yesterday on the day we were going to do this report, I thought was very interesting.
Yeah.
So that was
It's like the aliens are listening to us.
that's maybe they are sending it straight down
It was a setup.
into the, what is that, G?
It was a setup.
It was a setup, yeah.
They planned it that way.
So that's, in the other soup, I don't know whatever you would do. Duder, do you have any soup on UFOs? Do you have any the latest soup that you have of UFO? I'd love to hear.
No. The latest soup I have of a UAP is during quarantine.
Is that they were called UAPs? You're like, I just found that out right now. Wait,
that's my latest. During quarantine, when the government was like, "Hey, bro, these are real. We're just gonna drop that on a Friday afternoon when no one's paying attention."
Where did you pick that story
that's
up?
all I got.
Where did you pick that story up? The these are real. Where did that hit you? Like internet, or did you news story just dropped on the news, or did you actually catch it in the Times, or?
No, I think it was like on Google or one of those, maybe Google at the top or somewhere, one of the news outlets that I go to, maybe it might have been on there.
Right.
But it wasn't like it definitely wasn't presented as a big deal. It was just like new Will Smith movie release, aliens are real. Wear a mask.
Yeah.
It's just what?
I knew aliens were real whenever I hear Kanye talk.
Damn.
Yeah.
By the way, you know what? I'm just gonna
phenomenon.
I'm gonna go ahead and open that one up for a Segway T-shirt. Okay. That we're gonna open up. Our T-shirt is now open. T-shirts you would wear to introduce ourselves to aliens, and I think that would be one. G. That you could put on a T-shirt. You'd be like, I knew you guys were real when Kanye, and you just whatever, and then
Yes.
and then you put that one next to our one who won a T-shirt who won last week, which was the Trump saying Kanye's crazy. Is a good T-shirt.
Gonna have a whole wardrobe of Kanye shirts.
Yeah, well, not anymore. You can't wear them out. It's difficult to.
He just keeps opening his mouth. And...
Yeah.
I got a shirt.
You gotta okay.
If aliens came down,
yes.
The shirt I would wear would say, "We're the smartest animals on the planet, so we give the grass a haircut once a week."
You think that would translate to your point to the aliens? You think that would they'd be like, huh?
I mean, they'd be like, no other animal does that.
Who else does that to the earth? I mean, but they eat it. I mean, in their defense, I mean, they technically
it's a trim.
But
it's a trim. As far as
the same way I trim a steak at a restaurant.
As far as the aliens know, the lawnmower is us eating.
Well,
that's a fair point.
I mean, Duder, you what was it? 2020 is the last. Someone dropped a bombshell, or I don't know if it was a bombshell for you, but they bombshelled.
I mean, it was
news.
A bombshell for me. It just wasn't presented as such.
Okay, all right.
It was just, you guys already know it's true.
G, what was your latest soup of aliens?
I just saw a declassified Air Force footage of pilots. Of course, we can never trust Air Force pilots, and I can tell you why.
So
they are on drugs.
I was just gonna say, you must be Navy, right, sir? Are you
Air Force pilots? They are on drugs.
Just so we're clear, these were Navy pilots. I just wanna debunk.
Navy pilots. It's already established that we're on drugs.
Okay.
So it don't really matter.
Okay.
But Air Force pilots are on drugs to stay awake because they fly for 14 to 20 hours a day.
That's like a long shift.
It seems like
so they give them uppers.
I mean, I believe that
Speed.
people
They
take.
give them speed to stay awake.
Yeah, I mean,
Which is why they were bombing people over during Desert Storm.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
They were bombing Americans and Canadians, our allies. They bombed us.
I do.
I mean, to be fair, regardless of which
night.
branch of the military it is, we bomb way too many people.
Well, yeah, we bomb a lot, but when you're bombing yourself and you're bombing your allies, that's not a good thing.
You know, this
because you're on drugs.
This conflict between you and your
guys,
other,
they saw an alien.
That
They filmed it.
Yes,
they filmed it.
That's
because,
what
the cockpit film
should have shot it instead of filming.
Well,
no, the guy freaked out. You should have heard
we're bombing ourselves.
By the way,
bombing allies.
You should have heard.
By the way,
audio.
Duder, that's like the worst T-shirt that we could have put out there. Okay, you should have shot. Okay, you should.
Yeah.
So
he
don't
was
put
like
that
Jenny seeing. He was like Jenny seeing kids in a good costume. This pilot was just every. It was so. It made me laugh. I was like, dude, calm the hell down. But you knew he was on drugs.
You just that's what you felt in your heart. Just yeah, okay.
This guy was on drugs because he's just freaking out. He's like, what is this? What is this?
Oh, so when did you see the video? The one you're talking about? I know what I know the one you're talking about.
I just got declassified.
17
not too long ago. So I just saw it. It must have been when I was in the hospital last month.
Oh wow,
August. No, it was in September.
Well, I mean, the soup is large, and it is out there. We're gonna, what we're gonna do? We're gonna go over to our resident, what do they call him? UFOologist. Yes, UFOologist, Doctor. I knew it all. He'll come. Thank you very much for that. It sounds very similar to Dwayne. I know I am. Thank you. So, gentlemen, your questions for the local UFOologist would be as to what? We already knew they were real. Is that a statement that you're prepared to stick with? Like yesterday you knew they were real, or you only knew they were real when the government said they're real, and then everybody was like, okay, they're real. But was it before that? Like you were sure, or is it just since the government has made it okay to believe?
I was sure long before that.
What made you so sure?
We can't possibly be the only living, thinking kind of creatures in this vast space. I mean,
big place.
It's just sad. If we are, that's just sad. Because we're a sad group. We're a sad group. We hate each other. This goes back to we hate each other. We can't stand each other. Yet we all love God.
And we trim our own grass. What was it? What was it, Duder?
Do we?
Yeah, we all. What was it?
We believe in something.
What is it? What's the Dewey? Duder, I missed it. I'm sorry.
He said, and we all
love God.
Oh no, well,
we believe in something.
A whole lot of everybody in that statement.
It was. I included everyone.
Yeah, it was just at all
because I'm all.
I mean, the Romans didn't.
Yeah,
I'm all inclusive, man.
Duder, what about you?
Historically speaking,
did this story break on the news and you were like, "Damn, y'all, okay"? Or did this story break and you were like, knew it, do it the whole time? This is just vindicating me. I'm cool now, but I know now. Hey, buddy, what's up? UFOs are real, and like,
did the government really vindicate you though?
What was that, G?
Did the government really vindicate you if you believed it all the time? I mean,
no. I mean, I think that's the point. I'd always believed. First of all, there's not a whole lot the government's gonna say one way or another, whether I believe it or don't. Where I'm like, oh shit, now.
Right.
Yeah.
If I didn't believe it, then I'd just be like, well,
yeah.
No, still don't believe it.
I still don't believe it.
Exactly. You guys have lost my faith. It's not enough for me to believe because you said so.
Right.
But I believed anyway. And then when they came out and were like, yeah, you guys were right the whole time, I was like, yeah, see.
So now we're kind of stuck with the understanding that I would say that most people, especially if they've looked at any kind of evidence, probably believe in some sort of the idea that we are not alone. It's an idea, right? But there's a practical side to it as well, and the practical side would be, okay, so if we're not alone, right? We're not. It's
Right.
just me, you, and me and them, whoever them are. Them, they. We don't want to use pronouns.
They.
Again, that's why we changed it to UFO, to UPA,
UAP.
UAP.
Oh,
Okay.
gosh.
First of all, you got to believe in the one. Okay, so then if we're not alone, there's one other, and if there's one, I hate to tell you what does with water and gremlins. There's probably two, right?
I hope so.
And so, but it kind of leads you to this wonder. First of all, maybe where are they? You kind of always kind of wonder that in your mind, like, because I'm here, we're doing some California business, dudes out there in Vegas, so I know where I'm at, where are they at, in the physicality. What are your thoughts on maybe of their, I'm going to call it their hiding location if they're anywhere close, and do you think do you think they're coming often? Do you think this is a daily occurrence for them? So I'll stick to the first one. I'll go to G. Where do you think they are if they're real? Where are they?
I think they're on the dark side of the moon.
Just simply put, there's evidence to support what you're saying.
And they only come out when they go, I can't believe they actually do that. Send the news crew out. And then they fly down to verify what they saw on their monitors.
We're
about
the
what
Florida
was going
man
on
of
on
the
Earth.
universe.
Yeah, they're like, dude, can you believe what these things did? Here you go. Here's the live coverage.
Breaking right now.
Yeah.
Stupidity.
Yes. From the blue planet.
Yeah, from the
Breaking.
blue-
Human Kanye says something else.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm a genius. No, I mean, okay, so G
I think
places
the
them.
visitors are actually news reporters reporting the news from about this planet. And they're
So
on the dark side of the moon.
So okay,
It's
theory.
like when we have the reporter at the hurricane.
Exactly.
You're sitting there and the wind is blowing.
Yeah.
It's category 5.
Oh my gosh, you should see things blowing around here. And the camera's going, why am I here?
So
Yeah.
you think that aliens are weather reporters who live on the dark side of the moon? That's what we're gonna go with G's.
Yes,
I
they-
would watch that movie.
That's not that.
Everybody does.
There's
That's why
a-
they come down.
That's not that bad. Bleep 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 bleep. That's
Exactly.
probably racist, but that's fine.
It's the TMZ of the universe.
Duder, what do you think? What's your theory as to where are they?
I don't think they're anywhere. First of all, let me preface this with, I am not very knowledgeable about space, the solar system, the universe.
Just you're gonna say
And-
everything. That's a whole lot of everything.
Everything
Yeah, this is just-
outside
okay.
of Las Vegas, Nevada, don't have a lot of info on.
Okay.
But my assumption is that they are not in our block, in our city region of space.
If
They
Earth
are in
was
some
New York,
other-
if Earth was New York,
if Earth is New York, the closest alien is like Russia.
okay, gotcha.
Like other continent, other country,
Right.
other solar system.
Okay.
No,
So not in the Milky Way. So we're in the Milky Way. You're saying
we're
nobody
in the Milky Way. They're in the Snickers. Or
Okay.
they're in the Kit Kat.
Okay. All right. So where they are is a very far where there. Like there is very, very far from here.
Yeah, it's a
and-
long flight. You got to sleep on the flight. There's a layover.
Yeah. This will lead me to, and I actually tend to agree with G, but I also kind of tend to believe that most travel I've seen that ants do, humans do, monkeys do, all beings do, it usually deals with travel or sex, right? It's like I got to go mate or I got to go like eat. And since at a certain level we got a house and so it's just travel now, or we got to do business, right? Because you kind of raised yourself out of just the primeval, just go hunt for food or just go have sex with animals. And so I kind of believe it's more of a travel agency. It's more of just like, come visit Earth, the blue planet. They have the apes. Come check them out. They're standing and they figured out electricity, and they're just kind of, I don't know, it's kind of neat for them. Oh, look at this. This is kind of cool. Like, like 500 years ago, they were like, oh, weren't they just killing each other? Oh, wow, that's cool. Now look at that. They think they're a city. And that's the way I kind of feel like them to us would be just kind of here. Maybe there is a small natural resource here, and a small mining company, going on. Hey, man, I'm just taking the stuff. What do you want from me, man? I'm just here doing my job. I'm off planet. I want to go home.
Kanye in charge of that?
That's a good question. If Kanye could be in charge of that. But that's more my theory. Is that they're kind of like maybe in the galaxy, maybe a little closer than Duder's analogy. Milky Way is kind of big. It's kind of large, and so I'm thinking maybe, possibly inside of this Milky Way there could be one or two, maybe three people, things, beings, others, them there, and they would be them to do them, but it would be their thing, and so that'll lead me to the next question, guys. The plot. You've seen the Alien movie, right? You've seen what they do when they get here, and so
one with Ripley, which alien?
Yeah, which one?
This is my question. This is my question. What is the plot of Aliens? What plot are you giving them in real life? Are you giving them the Independence Day? Are you giving them the Independence Day plot? Like, is that their deal? Like, they're coming here to take over, like that plot? Or are they coming here to, like, what is it? When they come here and they blast the dude with the light, and then they take them for a couple of days and they drop them back off, and they say, sorry about that, didn't mean to blast you with my exhaust, and they leave, right? Are they coming here doing experiments and they're just like researchers? Are they coming here? Are they? Don't laugh, Dwayne. Don't laugh. Are they infiltrating the government as lizard people? And I mean, these are not all my theories. I want to be.
I do like the lizard people, but it makes a lot of sense.
The lizard people thing it has a double truth to it, as best could be said as theories go. One is an interesting truth of look how conveniently the lizard people show up in Land Before Time. That's a very interesting old lizard people.
The slee stack.
Right. Okay. And then any animal that decides to become sentient, right, and then could have evolved from anything. And so why not lizard? Why not bunnies? Why not? I don't know. Maybe somebody has a better reason for that, but I don't. And so the lizard people that have taken over the government, that's a real. What do they call it? Not a real theory. That's a real theory. It's a real conspiracy theory that's out there in the genre. There's a good movie about it actually, where they do the whole pizza and everything, pizza shop, and it's yes. But anyways,
child pornography ring in the pizza
exactly. Yeah, they do the whole thing on. It's like on Amazon or something. It's an interesting movie. But anyways, what is your theory to the alien plot line? Is it the War of the Worlds? Like, is that guy right? You know what I mean? Is it they're already living here in Atlantis under the ocean, and they're like, I wish these fucking humans would just go extinct again? Like, I mean, like, what's their actual plot line? Because in Duder's theory, they're from fucking far away. They're so far. But G got them living at the moon. So like you got them right around the corner. That's not far. All up in our business. So I wonder what the plot is. Let me start with Duder.
I tend to think the plot is more like, if they're going to be on this planet, I tend to feel like the plot is more like Mars Attacks.
But we've already decided that me and you have both agreed for a moment in this conversation that we agree that they're real. So there's not if they're on this planet. You have to take that off.
No, that's two different things. They can be real,
okay,
and they cannot be on this planet or coming to take over this planet.
Okay, all right. So I just want to make sure. So we're saying real, but the visitations and everything else before is false.
If they're coming to the planet, I feel like it's more Mars Attacks. But to your lizard people point, that would be they live. I can see that as well. I might need the sunglasses to see it, but I can see it. But in general, I think it's more I think it's more like Alien, the Alien franchise, where they're, like I said, in some distant corner, and we eventually stumble upon them, and they're not human appearing. We can't communicate with them. They're just some being,
I mean, it's like
same way
meeting
if we
meeting
came
a hippo.
across-
I mean, you just
same way if
described.
we came across a hippo in the wild,
You'd be like, oh, look, a
you would be
hippo.
like, hey, bro, take me to your leader.
Yeah.
That conversation's not going to go well.
Right. But I mean, like, in today, there's no other sentient being other than humans right now that we're having this conversation with. But if another being was sentient enough where it was like, no, like you could be like, hey, man, here, take me to your leader, hippo. And hippo's like, that's cool. I could do that for you, homie. You know what I mean? Like this way.
Yeah.
Like I got you right over here.
Now, no, wait a minute. Yeah, I agree. That could, in terms of aliens and meeting them, that could definitely be a thing.
Yeah.
But let's just put this in perspective.
New T-shirt. I want to be your hippo. Okay. Just want to throw that one out there for the.
If you ran into a hippo in the wild and you were like, oh shit, that's a hippo, and the hippo was like, hey, bro, why don't you follow me? That would weird me out more than I don't know that I would go. I would be like, oh yeah, cool, sure, I'll follow you. I'd be like, wait a minute.
Yeah, that would.
How do you speak English?
That would give me a pause. I would have to pause on that one. Come and follow me.
Oh shit! Wait a second. You went from fucking explorer to be like, he was like, yo man, take me to your leader. He was like, cool. You were like, hold up. Wait a second. Hold on. Wait, that was a test. And you failed, bro. Like, hold on. Did you read the T-shirt? Oh, this is some fucking shit. This is some shit, dude. Okay. Oh, I read the T-shirt, bro. It said, take me to your hippo leader. So I'm taking you. I don't know why you're tripping, homie. This is what you asked. I know I asked.
We got that same T-shirt back home. I'll show you.
Talks about Kanye and the president, man. It's awesome.
Yeah.
Man.
I got it in my hippo Christmas gift exchange.
All right. So Duder, you would have a problem getting past the fact that you're engaging on a full level with another creature and being. At that point, you don't trust him. Like the moment you recognized that the other being was sentient and had options for you, your trust just went out the window completely. You're like, he's gonna eat me or he's gonna fuck me. It's one of the two. I don't know what it is.
If they were trying to eat me or fuck me, I would that would be understandable.
But they're taking you to your leader.
I get this. I understand. This is another animal that's trying to eat or fuck me. That makes sense.
Okay.
But this one it's wearing my same T-shirt. It's speaking to me in my language.
100%. It's got sunglasses on.
No, something's up here.
Yeah.
I don't trust it.
Yeah.
Damn. Okay. Yeah. Remind me to never send Duder on a diplomatic mission. Just wrong. Yeah. Wrong idea. Duder, you're going to sit there. You're going to have drinks with the guy. You're going to have a conversation when you're close the deal. Duder, what happened? I went, I had drinks, I got butt naked, I ran. What the fuck?
That's exactly right.
What happened, Duder? I was negotiating.
The deal may or may not be closed. I don't know. I left before it got to that point.
I didn't trust him. Why? Because he did everything I asked him to do, dude.
Yeah. Everything I said, he said okay.
He was like, it was totally fine.
Look, I've never had that interaction with a human. Yeah. Never in my life have I wanted something from a person and they did everything I asked them to.
Yeah.
So I'm not gonna start thinking aliens are gonna do that.
It's the opposite of fight or flight. It's fuck me or feed me. I don't know what they're going to try to do. And so, okay. Well, so we got Duder's idea on the plot line for the next movie that's coming out. You go to trust the hippos, and then you just turn on them, and you leave. You go home. Planet of the Apes, total different storyline. He gets out, you dirty, and he just leaves. That's it. So, G, what's your plot line for? And I mean, I know we're throwing this in the aggregate, but we're talking about something we're being reported on in the news, and it's always been reported on. But this is a current event, so take it seriously. Although we're not. What's the serious plot line?
Reporters. These guys are news reporters, and they're just observing. They've discovered the planet, and then they came down and they went, "Whoa!" They were just big lizards. And now they're these furry people down here. And now they're hairless furry people, and they're furry people, and they actually think that they're the smartest beings in the universe.
Yes, very true.
What the heck?
Go to Boston.
These guys are idiots.
I'll let you know.
And they're watching and reporting, and they're reporting back, and their government's going, leave them alone. Don't interact. Don't engage. Stay calm.
They're doing the Star Trek. They're doing the Star Trek thing. right?
Yeah.
They're doing the off limits to the
prime directive.
Prime directive.
Not
Yeah, they're doing
interfere.
it's right. Yeah, they're doing the
Just watch and report, observe and report. That's my movie.
Okay.
That is what they're doing.
Man, boring ass aliens, bro.
Yes.
You know,
that is what they're doing. They're observing and reporting and going about their business, going, we're going to leave these guys alone. We might go talk to Kanye. He seems to be on our level.
Now, I mean, in some, UFO stories, there is. I mean, because I've dug deep, gentlemen. A lot of people during COVID caught up on old movies. I just caught up on like, where are UFOs now in USA, and in the world. By one of the scariest parts about UFOlogy right now, which is it's I don't know, it's telling, right, is that most of our information that's coming out through UFOs is coming out through ex-diplomats. In other words, I used to be a diplomat on the stage, and now I've retired, and so I'd like to tell you a little bit about what I'm retired and no longer a part of.
That's government has lied to you.
Exactly. A lot of that's coming out. A lot of that's just basically. Remember what I said? Yeah, I was lying. I'm so sorry. I had to.
Lied to you,
and a lot of that's coming out. And a lot of governments are trying to be. And the word is transparent, but it means we're going to tell you now. That's what transparent means. And so a lot of governments are trying to do that with this subject because, unlike the 50s and the 20s, when we've had major UFO interest, when there's been a lot of interest into these things, they didn't have cell phone videos in those days, right? They just didn't have the amount of information by credible witnesses. You couldn't just go up to someone and be like, "Well, you're just uncredible." Like, no, bro, check my Facebook. I'm a solid individual now. But yesterday, nothing. There was just zero credibility. At least now you got a blue check by your Twitter. Like, you're a credible individual. All right. And so
I gotta go on Twitter one day.
Yeah, one day I'm gonna figure that thing out too. I'm gonna tweet. Find out.
Never been there.
Yeah, I mean, Duder knows all about it. He's all into that.
Ever since 45 was on there.
Yeah. Well, he's not anymore.
I don't want to go there.
You can pay money now. But anyways, there's always been interest. There's always been interest in this, and only recently is it because the evidence is piling up. The evidence is piling up in a way in the backlog too. This is what happened in 2017. There was a guy named Lou Elizondo who quit his job at the government. He was working for a secret UAP task force. It was unacknowledged.
Was it the Men in Black?
It was the Men in Black. Because you got to recognize who the Men in Black are. The Men in Black are people who are working for the government to come and collect UFO information and then not disclose it. That's like I'm just dressed in black. I'm just dressed in regular clothes, and I show up and I come to find out the info. They essentially lay out the Men in Black's mission since 1950s, which is like we've had different organizations. Call it this organization, call it the Project Blue Book, call it whatever you want to call it. We've sent men out to the field to recover whatever we can find on a particular incident, and they've come back with that information. That's what Men in Black kind of are. And I always thought Men in Black was just the movie with Will Smith. I never looked deeper into Men in Black. I never thought it held any kind of credibility. But more and more, Lou Elizondo quit from I don't want to over-exaggerate, but I want to say it was $19 million budget that was black being distributed to him and a team to investigate what is now said UAP, unidentified aerial phenomenon, through the United States military. And then he quit in 2017. And when he quit, that's when we got these videos released. That's when he got a couple things released out with him. And since 2017, it's been a bit of a releasement storm. Like, there's just a lot of people have been releasing a lot of stuff. And then the theories go as far as deep, like we've talked about, to the pizza, the basement, the people, and to the dark side of the moon. That theory is well established. And I've even seen some stuff about the moon that's really made my hair stand on end. I mean, in 1950s, when they were taking these pictures of the moon and they were editing these pictures of the moon, they didn't see Photoshop in the future. They didn't think that was something that was going to be in the hands of everybody in the future. But today, what's very interesting is you go online, man, you grab some of these images that they have for free, you download them from NASA, and you change the contrast, right? Because we have Photoshop. We can change contrast, we can change lighting, we can change hue levels. And you change these things on these photos that they've released, and there's these big black patches where they've just blacked them out, and you can't see that with the naked eye because it just looks like sky. But if you use, photo editing software, you can recognize like, hey man, how come everything else changes and pixelates, but this black part is just completely blacked out? And that would only happen if you were to, cover the photo. You wouldn't get it other ways. And you're talking to a photographer. So I looked kind of deeply into the backside of the moon stuff. There was also 2 videos that show astronauts cruising the backside of the moon, hearing music. And the crazy part
Maybe
is,
Neil Armstrong left his boombox.
yeah, he was like, right? And the crazy part is, I always knew you can't hear sound in space, right?
Yeah,
it's like a thing.
There's no atmosphere.
There's no atmosphere. So, what they would be hearing would have been a vibration, right? In thought process. But anyways, that's another one to add to your backside of the moon theory. There is a lot to support that. And I'm going to go over to Duders and talk about his theory. There's not as much evidence to support your theory, Duder, that what we're dealing with is a faraway civilization because of fuel and time and why. And that's the real question of, like, why are you here then? Like, what are you doing? Like, you just here to, like, fuck us? Like, what you just here to, like, take our cows and, like, take the nose off? Like, what? Like, you're just here for no reason. And so the why creates the long-distance problem, but your movie, I'm sure, will tell the why in it while they're here. And untrustingly, by the way, I had the T-shirt on. They we couldn't find a trust issue. I think in your movie, definitely we go to war with them because of the trust issues that we can't overcome with the hippo people. But we will forever hold the T-shirt. Not that you asked, but I will tell you my simple theory is that human civilization as we know it is only about 24 hours old. That's all anybody gives a shit or cares about. That's just what happened yesterday or maybe a year ago. But I believe we're a little older than that. I believe we're maybe, 10,000 years ago. We were doing things maybe bigger than we thought. We talk about down there in Peru and some of the, pyramids that we have down there. I think, I think humans have had actually 1 or 2 go-arounds, if I'm being honest. I just learned this about these cats in Alaska. The big ears, not bobcats. Anyways, lemurs. The name will come to me. Anyways, it's found
Polar bears.
Yeah. Lynx. There we go. Brains there. These lynx cats, I just found out they are on a 7-year cycle. I was like, what's that? He's like, well, about every 7 years, there's no lynx. Why? Well, because they eat all the rabbits. And then what happens? Well, then there's more rabbits. And then what happens? Well, then the lynx come back in about 7 years. And then a 7-year cycle. Of just not enough rabbits, more rabbits, not enough more or less lynx, and everything shrinks with it. And, with some of the things they found down in Peru and Corral, some of these ancient sites that shouldn't be on the Atlantic, they should only be on the Pacific. If the history is to serve us as the way we've been taught history, all of these places should only be on the Atlantic. Anyways, and they're finding some cool stuff in the Pacific. So I truly believe that, we just haven't been alone forever. Like they've been, they've had not our backs, but our tops. They've been looking at us forever. And it's only in recent, maybe 100, 200, 300 years that we're really just coming more aware of them. And it's not the other way around. I think it's just us, really becoming aware of them. There is a cool thing. If you ever want to check it out, go check it out on your phones. It's always neat to see. Go to Google Earth, okay? Go to Point Magoo. And look at the water right there. You'll see a nice, cool underwater base that shouldn't be
Point
there.
Magoo.
Yeah, Point Magoo. It's right off of right by Malibu. And you use Google Earth, right? Google Maps or whatever, right? And you just look just off the coast right there, and there's this underwater base that shouldn't be there. It's just this weird structure. And again, it could be a phenomenon that what do you call it? Like an accident picture, right? It shouldn't it worked out like that. But they said the same thing about Area 51 back in the 80s. They said, no, it doesn't exist. And but that's an interesting tidbit for the alien base, because Point Magoo being so close and being so naval and being so astronomical, being the fact that we fire off our rockets. We just saw a rocket, SpaceX just launched from them Thursday, and I saw that launch from here. And that's right there.
Everybody saw it. Yeah. All the way as far as Arizona.
Yeah, that's a good little launch. Yeah. So, but and those are just some alien tidbits, man. I think that they're here, they're kind of doing their thing. They don't care about us. That's the best way I can put about them. They care about us as much as we care about the beluga whale.
Pretty much.
They're like, I really hope that it goes well for them. That's my best.
Hands off. It's prime directive, man.
Yeah.
Prime directive, and I told you they're just reporting.
So like God.
They're just reporting. They're observing and reporting. Observe and report. Not interact.
I'll leave it up to you. Last one, gentlemen. I'm going to ask you guys this before I send it over to Duder with our quick question round. What do you think that cow mutilations are for? What do you think that cow mutilations are for?
Satan worshippers.
No, well, we're going to tie it directly to UFOs. We're going to believe that it has. We're going to say that the cow mutilations are UFO corrected. Okay, we're going to say that aliens or whoever I guess we're going to say aliens, right? UFOs are abducting cows. I don't know if you've ever seen the videos, but they either go to they surgically do stuff, right? Maybe in the nose. They surgically do things in the rectum, and they surgically will take organs out, no blood. When I say it's happened 100 times, it's happened 1,000 times. It's really an overdone.
I mean, didn't we find out that crop circles were man-made?
What we found out about crop circles being man-made is we found out that there are men who can make crop circles. That's what we found out about crop circles. Who have claimed?
So don't you think there's men who can mutilate cows?
I do. I 100%. But you gotta wonder for a moment if it's man mutilating the cow. You're like, to what end? For what? You have to say for what? But for the conversation, your points are valid. They're not valid. For the conversation, we're assuming that aliens are the one doing it. Okay. And they are coming down, they're mutilating cows, they are cutting cows up. My question to you got to answer it. Why? Why are they mutilating cows? Because this is an interesting, debate of all.
I think they like a good steak the same way that we do.
I like that answer. I like that.
They're probably flying it back to the fancy steakhouse in Kepler 22b, and they're like, this is American or human earthly steak.
Earthly steak. They got some Ruth over there too. Check it all out. Okay.
Dude, this is way better than the Mars steak.
Yeah. G, what do you got for reasons for aliens mutilating cows?
I don't think they're mutilating them. I think they're doing autopsies and biopsies because they feel that the cows are the most intelligent creatures on the planet.
I like it. You're like, let's go to the intelligent creature. No. Don't they eat you guys? No. Okay, yes. Well, we're going to just double check here your rectum. Make sure
Why? Why are they eating you? You guys are the most intelligent creatures on the planet.
I kind of tend to agree with Duder.
Maybe the aliens came down and a cow was right there, and the aliens were like, take me to your leader. And the cow's like, all right, bro, you gotta take the liver here. You got to take my spleen here. And then back here, get the rib meat. And then bring all that to your leader. That's the important shit. You can leave the rest to me.
Cows. Remember, I asked
here's a t-shirt.
Who was the bravest person to go over and say, I'm going to suck on this cow's teeth?
Yeah, no, I remember that. It was an alien.
Well, it must have been an alien.
It was an alien. And they were like, now give this to the humans, and they will know.
This to the... They think that the cows are the most intelligent creature on the planet.
I agree. I think that Duder, I think that you're right. I think it's closer to a self-meat problem that they don't care. They don't care about it in the sense that because they're like, well, don't the humans do this to the cows? Yeah. Well, then we're just gonna take that shit. Fuck it. We'll take their cows. That's the way I look at it. So I'm with that. Duder, what do you got for us in our game for today?
Today we have. It's Abducted or What Are You Smoking?
Nice.
It is the same game you all know and love with a new alien twist on it. It will be you and G playing, me asking questions. But before we get to the game,
Oh wow.
I have a final point. You were talking about where the aliens are
Yes.
and Dark Side of the Moon,
Yes.
and I said in the Snickers, not the Milky Way,
Right.
and you said fuel and time would be a problem.
No.
And
Fuel and time. Fuel. It just that if they're so far away. If they're so far away, it's not that that they're not out there. I do believe that there are people that are that far, but I just don't believe that's who we're seeing on a consistent basis.
All right, well, that's fair. But
yeah.
my counter to that is that fuel and time are an issue for our technology.
True, very true.
May not be for theirs.
Yeah, I agree. If a lot of one of the guys out there, Stephen Greer, is talking about 0-point energy and how that technology is actually here, and it's actually what we're seeing, and it's from them. So it's interesting that you bring up the energy.
Well, since the galaxy and the universe is curved, I mean, all you have to do is circumvent it. So
I like how we're
it's
all
just a slight curve, and she kind of likes it.
I like how we're complete astrophysicists all of a sudden. It's so beautiful. What do we got, Duder?
It's abducted, or what are you smoking? We are going to start off. G gets the first guess. So it's abducted if it's true. What are you smoking if it's not true?
Mm-hmm.
In the movie franchise Men in Black, Will Smith's character is Agent J. Tommy Lee Jones' character is Agent K. They are named J and K as a joke by the writers, JK. It's abducted, or what are you smoking?
It's abducted.
She's going to go with abducted. Over to Debo.
It's abducted. JK. JK.
Just kidding.
JK. I'm going to go, yeah.
What are you smoking? Yeah. I made it up.
Oh, did you make that up? Oh, look at you being clever with J and K. Just kidding. Wow, you had some time. I like that. All right.
I'll
give the seal. There you go.
There it is.
There you go. Sorry about that.
Do we have more alien sound?
I was looking for an alien sound actually as we were here. I was just see if I could pull one up. We'll see if it ends up or not.
All right. Debo, you get this one. The movie Close Encounters of the Third Kind is based on Steven Spielberg childhood alien encounter.
What are you smoking? No. There's something about not what are you smoking. An alien is smoking. What is it?
It's abducted.
It's abducted. It's abducted. I want to get it right.
Unabducted. It's abducted. Over to G. Close Encounters of the Third Kind is based on Steven Spielberg childhood alien encounter.
What are you smoking?
What are you smoking?
It's abducted.
For G. G gets the point. It is not based on an alien encounter. Steven Spielberg's parents grabbed him as a child, threw him in the car with a bunch of the neighborhood people. They all got in the car and drove to watch a meteor shower.
So I got it right?
So you got it wrong. G got it right.
I thought I said
so that is what it's based on. Meteor shower, not an alien encounter. To rehash the rules, it's abducted if it's true.
Right.
What are you smoking if it's false?
Oh, so we're still got a smoking in there. That's where I was. Okay, because I thought we had an abducted and a non-abducted. I was unclear of the abducting.
Yeah.
There you go. There's your sound.
Over to G. G will start us off. It's abducted if it's true, smoking if it's not. While filming the movie E.T., Drew Barrymore thought E.T. was real.
It's abducted.
She's going to go with it's abducted. Over to Debo.
And I will need clarification of the abduction over smoking, but I'm going to go with it's abducting. She thought that was true.
So if you believe Drew Barrymore thought E.T. was real during filming of the movie, then you would go with it's abducted.
It's abducted.
And if you think I made it up, you would go with what are you smoking?
No, because we know you're not smoking. That was true information that you found out about Drew Barrymore. That's what I know.
That was true information that I found out about Drew Barrymore. She thought E.T. was real during filming
That's right.
of the movie.
That's correct.
That was 3. Over to Debo. Debo starts.
Oh, did
this
you?
one.
Oh, so that was right. So we got the.
You got
oh
it.
yeah, that's a no.
It's
Yeah,
deducted.
2 dings there for you. Okay, and
2
then
dings.
here's your. That's the best I got for alien.
Sounds
music.
like the beginning of a Guapoly song.
There you go.
The Alien movie franchise, we talked about Ripley a little bit, and the aliens in space not looking human-like. We're all familiar with the Alien movie franchise. I happen to think Aliens is one of the better movie sequels. Up there with Terminator 2 and Godfather Part 2.
The Weaver does it for you, huh?
I mean, definitely. But the Aliens, the second movie, I think is much better than the first one.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, no, I agree that they definitely aliened it up. They had an audience and then they played to them, and it worked out well.
Action in
you
the
do.
second
You
one.
definitely do.
The first one, it's all slow build up to the thing jumping out of the dude's stomach.
Yeah.
The second one, she wakes up, she's crazy, nobody believes her. They go to space, they shoot a bunch of shit, blow it up. So Aliens is the credited sequel, and there's, by my count and by this website's count, there's 8 movies in the Alien franchise.
Okay. 8?
So over to Debo, It's Abducted or What Are You Smoking? Before the Alien movie could be trademarked, an Italian director made a sequel, Alien 2, Aliens on Earth. It's Abducted or What Are You Smoking? Alien 2, Aliens on Earth, was made as a sequel to Alien before they could complete the trademark and make Aliens the sequel we know about.
Seems so specific.
It really does.
I'm going to go with It's Abducted.
You're going to go true. It's true.
Yeah, it's true.
That Alien 2 was made Alien on Earth
so specific
before the trademark could be registered.
It's just so specific.
Over to G. It's Abducted or What Are You Smoking?
It's so Italian to do something like that.
Now we're racist and we're okay. All right, and we're alienist. Okay, all right, understand.
Hey, it's me.
Alienist and racist.
Yeah.
Hey, it's me. I'm gonna call a spade a spade.
It
would be so
the third
Italian.
racist thing.
I mean, where's my racist dinger? You know what I mean?
Look at me. Look at me go. Hey, look at me go. I told you I'm on tranquilizer.
Should have the opposite effect.
It's Abducted or What Are You Smoking? Alien on Earth.
I could see an Italian doing that. It's abducted.
Don't blame it just because.
Well, despite the racism, it is Abducted. Alien 2 on Earth was made in 1980. Has very little actual ties to the Alien franchise. It doesn't have the same.
You set them up for it, duder. You understand that, right? I mean, I know you're playing it back.
If I made it very specific, you might second guess and be like, this dude just making shit up.
Nope, I can see an Italian doing that.
I mean, and you were right, unfortunately. So yeah, Alien.
Is that a T-shirt, by the way? Is that a T-shirt? Can you just?
I can see an Italian.
I can see an Italian doing that, and like that would be okay if we just wore that as like they were approaching.
I think as long as
the ladder comes down.
There's no specifics to it, so other than Italian.
I don't know.
It just doesn't feel right.
They can take it good or bad.
Doesn't feel right.
Either way they want to.
Yeah. Let me say it differently. Let's see if it offends you. I can see a black guy doing that, and you're like, "Hey, whoa."
No, I can see that.
We're okay with that.
Test it against.
I'm good with that.
Test it against your own.
Yeah, I can see a white guy doing that. I mean, that's fine. That's totally. Yeah. I could see a Native American doing that. It was just fine.
No, totally... you can't. We're all dead. Joke's on you.
Oh, Indigenous American.
G, yeah, that's right. G is winning Abducted or Smoking 3-2. And we got a couple more here, and we're going to let G start this one off.
All right.
It's Abducted or What Are You Smoking? There are 4 Men in Black movies with Will Smith as Agent J. 4 Men in Black movies with Will Smith.
What are you
It's
smoking?
Abducted or What Are You Slapping?
What are you smoking?
All right. G is going with Smoking. Over to Debo.
I am
for
I am
Agent
offended.
J,
I am
Men in
offended
Black.
that it's not true. But it'll be a slapback time until we see Will Smith, number 4. So what are you smoking?
That's a head slapper.
That's a head slap.
Yeah, that is. There are 3 movies in the Men in Black franchise:
There we
Men in
go.
Black, Men in Black 2, Men in Black 3.
And then
But
Men in Black International.
Men
does
in Black
not have them.
International does not have them. That is correct. All right, Debo, you're going to start this one.
Yeah.
We are hopefully all aware of the Alien franchise and the Predator movie franchise, and that they made a combined Alien versus Predator movie, actually 2 of them.
Mhm.
Also, in the same universe as the Alien and Predator movies is another Ridley Scott movie named Blade Runner. It's Abducted or What Are You Smoking? The Blade Runner is in the same universe as the Alien and Predator franchises.
This is over to Debo.
This is over to Debo.
I not being I'm gonna say what are you smoking? I believe this is as a personal hope. I don't know. I think that you follow this a little closer than I do, and I think that your childhood, as I know your childhood, if this isn't true, this is something you would want to be true. So that's what I'm going with. I don't know the specifics, but I'm just diving deep into what I know about you. And I'm saying, you know what? He would take something of 2 universes, and this guy, who's like the Dr. O, who's the dude, G, who got all the powers?
Ooh, Doctor Strange.
There you
Professor
go.
X.
Just strange, yeah. And Duder's like, no, I could be Professor Strange and just put 2 worlds together, and he'll never know. And so that's where I'm going with what are you smoking? That's me.
To be fair, Blade Runner, Alien, and Predator are 3 of my favorite movie
Yeah,
franchises.
see there we go. Again.
Over to G. It's Abducted or What Are You Smoking? Blade Runner, Alien, and Predator are all in the same movie universe.
To that Ken Jennings explanation from Debo, I'm gonna say, what are you smoking?
Ken Jennings? That's what I get?
Ken Jennings
I get,
was the Jeopardy champion.
Oh. I thought I was going with Jennings. Who's the guy on the news? That's the
Peter Jennings.
I was going with Peter Jennings. I was like,
Peter
damn,
Jennings is the
I
ALO
gave a good
news
report.
reporter.
Okay. I was like, go ahead.
I went with the Ken Jennings explanation that I was like, well, geez.
Well, you
More than
talk
what I
G into
needed.
it. Yeah, you talk G into What Are You Smoking?
Okay. All right. I'll believe I did that.
And it's Abducted. Ridley Scott said it's very
Oh.
possible that the Alien and Predator people are just hanging out right around the corner at the noodle shop in Blade Runner.
I did not see
they're all in the
AVP
same
2,
universe.
so I don't know how true that could be, but okay.
We're gonna believe you, dude. We're gonna sound the horn. Okay. We're gonna sound the horn. But it's sus, as my son
I'm
would
put an
say.
asterisk by that
It's
one.
sus, bro.
It's easily Googleable. We got 2 more, and G is winning 4-3.
Okay.
And then I'll have a tiebreaker should it be tied.
10-4.
G, you're going to start this one. Yeah, and then that way Debo has a chance to do the Price is Right thing if he needs to tie. G, the movie They Live, which, we talked about aliens, lizard people, and seeing them with the sunglasses, and that's the premise of the movie They Live. The movie They Live is based on a book titled 9 o'clock in the morning.
It's Abducted.
It's Abducted, which means G thinks it is true. Debo, over to you. The movie They Live is based on a book called 9 o'clock in the morning.
G, have you read this 9 o'clock in the morning?
No, but I know it's based on a book. I just can't remember what the book title was.
That just
I read the credits many times.
I don't appreciate his point helping your point at this point.
I'm not Ken Jennings yet.
G is winning 4-3. There's
And I
one
am
more
on
question
tranquilizers.
after this. He is on tranquilizers, and he is saying it's abducted.
It's kind of a big one. He's saying that you're right.
He's saying that I'm right.
I am. And it's based on absolutely nothing.
See how you smiled
They
there?
Live is based on a book called 9 O'Clock in the
I
Morning.
haven't seen They Live, and I've definitely never read a
read
book with the word 9 in it. They could have just used a number. And so...
You should see the movie. You should watch the movie today.
Yeah,
Okay.
Watch the
All
whole ending.
It's streaming. You can get it
All
for
right.
free.
All right.
like
I'm gonna go.
90
I'm gonna
minutes
go with the
long.
50-50. I'm gonna go to the next question just to survive the next round. I'm gonna go Price is Right. I'm gonna go and agree with G just to make it to the next round. See if I can make the flip and the final because I don't know the answer and it's easier for me to survive the next round. This is how you play for keeps and for wins. So
Yeah, because if you lose,
yeah,
this
exactly,
one,
exactly,
then you're down 2.
exactly. Same as G's answer. That's my answer.
Same as G's
Same
answer
as
is your
G's
answer. So
answer.
you're going with it's abducted.
Go to the duck. I could have took the lead, but no. And I'm double negative, and it doesn't matter if I know the next question or not. I can go for the bonus answer. That's what I got.
It is smoking. What are you smoking? The title of the book is 8 o'clock.
Really,
in the morning.
really,
Yeah.
really.
Yeah. 8 o'clock in the morning.
You know what? You're a bad person. You know, I would never wish anybody to spill their coffee, but the next time you get a nice hot one, you're about halfway through that fucking thing. Spillsies on you, sir. Spillsies on you. That's a mean thing to do.
That's fair.
That's funny.
That's fair.
I told you it was based on a book.
Very mean, cruel person. All right, let's hear this question. It doesn't matter because we're going to the bonus either way.
No, because it's still 4-3.
Yeah.
You copied G.
Yeah, I know.
So it matters. And we're gonna give G the first one, so you get the Price is Right opportunity.
Yeah.
G. The movie The Thing, also
Not
directed by
fair.
John Carpenter.
Not
like
fair.
They Live.
He's older. This is not a fair question.
I mean, to be fair, these are movies you should have seen at this point in your life.
The Thing.
Wow.
The Thing was released in what 1960 to 1970.
Probably 80. Probably 80.
G. What year was it released?
Probably 80 because it was on
don't
a
believe.
nice green box.
I don't. I mean, it
Yeah,
was
it
like
was on the
it was
green
like
box.
this side of black and
Google
white.
it right
It was
now.
this side of black and white. It was the only reason why it was in color. I don't even know why. The whole thing was at night.
1982. 1982.
See?
It stars
was a
Kurt
remake.
Russell.
Well, okay, fine. I'll allow
Well,
it.
if it
stars
You know,
Kurt Russell.
if it stars Kurt Russell, I'll allow
Yeah.
it. It was Captain
Come on.
Ron. Okay,
Yeah,
he's
Captain
Captain Ron.
Ron.
It's not so old. It's got Kurt Russell.
It's got Kurt Russell.
John Carpenter's The Thing, G, is based on a book called Who Goes There? It's abducted, or what are you smoking? Who goes there?
You know, the only thing working in my favor is the guy's had 2 strokes. You know, that's the only thing.
And tranquilizer.
And 10 on tranquilizers. Other than that, I don't think I got a really good chance.
I'm going, it's abducted.
She is going to go with it's abducted.
Leaves me with the 50.
Or Who Goes There leaves you with the 50-50.
Yeah. So I'll take the Price is Right, sir.
You are going to take, what are you smoking?
Of course. No
I
option.
And-
went back to the black and white version.
Unfortunately,
Ah.
you picked the wrong question to play the Price is Right on. If you played it on the other one,
If I played
you're
it, Price,
tied.
damn it.
This one, it is abducted. It is based on a book, Who Goes There, a short story, a short
The
book.
story, yeah.
You
Who
know,
Goes There?
I had balloons and a special song saved for right now, but I'm just going to save it for the appropriate time,
I'll
which
tell you
doesn't
what,
feel
I'll
right
tell you
right
what.
now.
I will give you the tiebreaker.
Okay, but it's
Just
listen.
for fun.
I don't appreciate your ribbon, but I will take it. All right. I don't. Does everybody else get a ribbon? Just me. Okay, fine. I don't want your ribbon. I don't want your ribbon,
Participation
but I
ribbon.
will take your ribbon either way, sir.
Here's
Yeah.
your participation trophy.
Does anybody? By the way, does anybody have a participation ribbon?
I grew up where you got a handshake.
J-
Good luck next season.
Duder, do you have a participation
I
trophy?
threw away all of my childhood trophies, ribbons, etc.
You just wanted to make sure you and your childhood were on the same level. You were just like, look, this is
Belong in the trash, no, I just you know what am I? I don't know. It feels weird to be like a 40-year-old. I mean, I threw them away in my 30s, But it feels weird to be like 40-year-old man, like, look at what I did at 7 years old.
Well, I would have said
It's actually
you do it
it's
for
more
your
it's more
kids,
weird
but-
now that you say that what I'm about to say. But yeah, no, my participation trophies are
Like, you got 'em on the shelf right behind me.
you know, I'm pretty sure I have them in a box, but they're funny. No, they're funny in their own way. But they're ribbons, right? Like they were like we were all there doing the race, and like I got a ribbon. It was like 4th place, and you're like,
oh man,
yeah.
I mean,
like
when we
maybe
used to do those
there
races,
might
I
even
would
have been
win,
like a 5th or
so
7th place. Like it was like it was. I might have one of those too.
At one point,
that'll
when-
look next year.
Yeah. At one point when we were doing those Andy Anaheim races,
Yeah,
or,
those
you know,
ones. Those are
whatever,
the guys. Those are the guys.
Yeah.
I got those.
At
Yeah.
one
Oh,
point, I had a
gosh,
whole
really?
wall full of first places, and I was like, "This is dumb. Why am I keeping these?"
I remember that wall. That's why I
I
kept
did
mine.
not
But
get
they
a
were
participation
mine were purple.
award.
Okay, yours
Yeah.
were. I remember your colors on your wall. It was very. I remember, but mine had different colors to that. Mine had a striped color
You're showing up.
because they ran out of the solid colors. They had to
We
start
get
adding
my
like
colors
plaid
every
and
kid.
striped. I had those ones.
Too.
You have to. Thanks for being here.
10th place is a real place. I don't care what you say.
So is 32nd, but
What?
I mean,
Tell that
What are
to
you trying to
45. No. That's interesting. I'm so sorry. You were going to give me a ribbon. You were going to give me
I
participation
was gonna give you a ribbon. It's
Uh,
a ribbon. It's gone now. I
for
gave it to some other kids.
for participating. There was a question that you were going to give us as a
A tiebreaker.
There it is. That's the one.
There are two. Which one do I want to give you?
Well, there can't be 2 participation trophies, bro.
Do I want to give you?
We understand he won. I don't understand
All
why
right.
you have to make it so
All right.
rub it in my face.
A
so
list. I have a list of, I don't know, a shitload of movies. About
That's the official
aliens.
title.
That's the official title. Is a shitload. I have a list of a shitload of movies about aliens.
Wait, stop. That's the T-shirt. I have a shitload of movies about aliens, and it's just written right
Yeah.
there in the T-shirt, and they come down.
That's pretty good.
All right. I think midway. What was the best T-shirt so far, though? By the way, if we're keeping track.
Like
Has
the
to be
Kanye
Kanye.
one again.
has to be
Kanye.
Kanye.
It has to be Kanye.
Take me to your
45
alien
and
Kanye. What is it? Take me to your.
45 and Kanye, man. I mean,
All right.
if 45 says Kanye's crazy.
My new alien T-shirt just says it has to be Kanye,
It has to be Kanye.
and then it's a spaceship, and it's like shooting its tractor beam down on
Is there somebody?
the word
Is there?
Kanye.
Is there somebody falling out of that alien ship and they're
No,
just
it
going?
looks
and then,
like it's abducting the word Kanye.
it'd be cool if there was abducting the word Kanye and it just says Yee next to it or something. I don't know.
Maybe it's just
There you go.
abducting Yeet.
Yeah, okay, maybe it does. All right, a
a
bonus
shitload of movies.
shitload of movies.
How many of them start with? How many titles of movies start with the word alien?
Okay.
Alien.
Can you
Covenant,
give it? Can you
Alien
give it?
versus
You want to give
Predator.
it? Can you give us multiple choice like 10
No,
to
no,
10 to
'cause this is
30?
like Price is Right because this was the tiebreaker. So whoever's closest.
Oh, okay. All right. All right. I'll go first then. Shitload of
Yeah.
movies, right? Like a DVD bin full of personal movies, kind of thing.
That's right.
Okay. All right. Shitload of movies. How many of them say alien in the title?
Start with alien.
Start with. Oh, okay.
It's like Alien versus Predator.
22.
All right, 22 for
22.
Debo.
22.
G.
Can I include
No, you can't include it.
Cereals.
No, you can't include. What was it?
cereals, black and white cereals that used to be in the movie theater?
What the hell?
If sure, yeah, you can
Okay.
include that. Yeah.
Oh, I'm gonna say.
Did he say that?
64.
Did he say he's including the black and white cartoons that used to come on before the movies? Is that what
No,
what is he
the
including?
cereals they came on.
The
before
what do you mean the
not
cereals?
Not the cartoons.
What are you
the
talking about? The
actual
cereals, dude?
Like
Do you know what he's
Buck
talking about?
Rogers.
No, but if he wants to include it, he can
I'm
include it.
gonna
Who am I to
include
say?
Buck Rogers, and then there was Alien Manhunt, and then there was the Alien Planet, Yeah.
You can't include Marvin the Martian as the only cartoon alien as you know, okay?
No, it was a cereal.
Yeah.
All right.
If you look at MS,
Not cereal like Frosted Flakes.
No.
Cereal like a short
cereal. Yeah.
a short series.
Oh, I was at the Frosted Flakes level.
Cartoons.
I was
No,
completely
no,
at
no.
the Frost. Thank you
Yeah.
very much for
No.
bringing me out of the Frosted Flakes, bro.
Yeah. No.
You know, there's another problem I have with you in the English language, Duder. Okay, double meanings on words. Did we really need that?
Yeah. No, whoever invented English is
It's a stupid person.
a Satanist.
We're gonna get
Yeah.
the alien hippo on the show, and he's gonna explain to us the way they do things. And
I'm gonna have Jennifer on the show because she loves English.
well,
I don't understand why, but you know.
I mean, you know, it works for me. I tend to get it, but
I'm still confused by
you know,
living live.
it's dumb. I can admit that it makes sense to me, and it's dumb at the same time.
oh, it's
G, I believe the number you gave was 64.
64.
Yeah.
64. Okay. So the number of movies that begin with the word alien on this list of a shitload is 27. So Debo wins without going over.
there it is.
The tiebreaker,
Woo!
however, that is only worth a participation
I'd like
trophy.
to take this participation
as G
ribbon.
wins the game.
Okay. Well, it makes. Hey, listen, man. Listen, whatever makes me feel better. That's all I'm trying to say.
There you go.
Just
As long as your feelings are good.
Can I give you some of the names of the alien movies? There's two that are exactly titled Alien Abduction.
Is Alien Manhunt on there?
Well, in alphabetical order, we'll find out in due time.
Mm-hmm.
Two titled Alien Abduction. There is Alien Hunter. There is Alien Nation. I do not see Alien Manhunt.
You're really going through all these in
That
slow
was a
motion?
lie.
No, I'm not going through all of them.
Okay.
There's Aliens Ate My Homework.
No, Alien Manhunter. That is a
And
good series.
the
There's two
final one on the list, Alien vs. Ninja.
of them. You should look up Alien Manhunter. Mhm. It's a Sandy Frank movie. There's two of them.
Manhunter.
I feel like you guys are looking at nothing and pretending.
Why did this take me to porn?
I feel like you're pretending to look at something, but you're
I
not
don't
really
know.
looking at something. That's what I feel like. I'm just here listening.
Okay, maybe
It's
Alien Manhunt.
actually titled Martian Manhunter.
No, Alien.
I googled Alien Manhunter. I'm just telling you what came up.
Hey,
Sandy Frank. It's a Sandy Frank movie.
do you not know
Look up
that?
Sandy Frank.
Do you not know that G will challenge Google? Be like, fuck Google.
Yeah.
What the
I
fuck?
had a library, man.
He said, what a Google
Hey,
say?
bro.
I had the series.
I had Encyclopedia Britannica that I got from Safeway.
Daddy,
Right
Google's
next to
wrong.
Wheaties.
Tell Google I said,
I got
fuck
some
you.
from Alpha Beta. I got some Encyclopedia Britannica from Alpha Beta.
Oh.
I'm just
Look for
telling
Sandy
you, bro.
Frank.
I googled.
Look for Sandy Frank Productions. Look up Sandy Frank Productions.
I looked up Sandy Frank.
Hit the red button again. Well, hit it. Well, hit it again. See if it
Dude,
works.
Sandy Frank Productions made a movie called Alien Manhunt.
Well, Manhunt. Maybe I shouldn't put Manhunter.
Yeah.
I feel like G's got you digging deep in like a CSI.
Enhance.
Yes. Enhance this image.
All right, I'm going to.
What is in his hand?
Sandy Frank's IMDb,
Mm-hmm.
and we're gonna do this way. And Fugitive Alien.
Okay, Fugitive Alien.
We're diving deep. We're diving deep, folks.
It's
So yeah,
not a whole
Fugitive
lot here.
Alien
There's not a
and
whole lot
Fugitive
here.
Alien 2, right?
Let's see.
Okay. You sound like you're at the
No,
dead. You sound like you're at the.
Fugitive Alien and Battle of the Planets
Nope.
and
Fugitive Alien and Fugitive Alien 2.
Legend of the Dinosaurs.
G,
Time of the
G,
Apes.
what is the challenge that has been gauntleted between the two of you? Do you disagree that the movie exists, or
Yes,
you saying
I
that there's
agree.
something
I
that?
know that there's a movie out there called Alien Manhunt.
Yes.
It's a Japanese movie.
Okay.
Set in space.
Okay.
And there were two of them.
I do see a lot of what looks to me like Japanese
Frank
artistry.
he did all the Gamera movies.
So
Yeah, I'm getting all the Gamera movies. Gamera versus Bargain,
Uh-huh.
the giant monster, Zigra.
and there's a segment of this that exists that Duder can't find. What am I missing?
Well, we could go to MST.
No, Duder, what are you looking for? That's what I don't understand.
I'm looking for Alien Manhunt.
He says Alien Manhunt, and I said whatever came up on Google.
Yes.
Which was, now I have to back up to
I know
find it.
MST3K showed the movie.
Martian Manhunter.
You guys sound like an accountant fighting over the freaking total of the comeback on the return, and you're like, but it's 50 cents difference, and you're like,
well, look, I don't feel like I have a alien in this fight.
well,
I'm just telling you what Google says.
Well, then I feel like
Google.
you do have an alien in the fight. You're siding with Google, and she's like, "Listen, you can take your Google, and I'm gonna show you my Siri and my Bing over here, and we're gonna show you some links to show you what's up." But
I'll find it. I'll get back to you.
Yeah, I appreciate.
Next time.
Thank
Next
you.
time.
Next time. Okay, we will go to. Okay, we're gonna go to next time. All right. So,
for anyone still listening, you'll
Yeah,
get
exactly.
this answer next time.
Yes. Anybody else? Anybody out there who you guys look this up too?
all right. We're gonna go now on the tunnel down the hall at this area 51 2.0. I guess is the name of the area. G standing in the secret compartment area of Area 51 down here, 2.0. G, before I ask you how the show go, what do they got you working on here in this secret, very dark, very, for some reason, wet, very, for some reason, hippo-style compartment down here? G, what do they working on down here?
I am dissecting a cow.
Do you have an insight as to why you're dissecting the cow?
I want to see what's inside.
Well, that's actually a decent explanation to why that makes a whole lot of sense. I mean, I never really thought of it that way, but
the simple things.
it's very true. Yeah. What's inside? Oh,
yes.
Oh, well,
and the fluid is to preserve the liquid.
I see. Okay.
Yes.
Well, G, nice show today. I wanted to congratulate you on this very large 17-tiered gold trophy that you, for some reason, have brought along with you.
Well, yes, I don't throw anything away.
Well, it's very lovely. It's very high.
Well, yeah.
But to thank you, that good show today. Did you have a good show?
Yes.
All right.
For me being on drugs? Yeah.
I mean, hey. We don't admit that that's what's going on during publication hours, but we do agree that everyone should be able to live their own life.
Exactly. I can say whatever I want about
It's very true. It's very true. Well, I will close the door here and let the guard know that I'll be leaving. Good luck in the future here with whatever you and him and him and him and.
And this is not Russia. And even if it was, I have a prescription.
Oh, damn. Okay.
Exactly.
Well, all right. Well, let me get that out of there. All right. G, take care. I'm going to head down to the hangar down here. Looks like some kind of crafts down here. And there's hangars of really big hangars. And they got Dude over here. Dude, what do we got? You taking the lines off? Is that what do we got here in this hangar?
What we're actually doing is stitching together expired grocery store meat to make it look like mutilated cows.
That is a smart idea. Just so that you would just think it's cows, but it's not.
Right.
Got it. Makes sense to me. Okay. Well, Duder, good show today. I feel like there wasn't much stretching your belief, like you already believe in aliens. But if you had your best alien idea that you wanted to share with maybe a non-believer or a new believer, what would be your best alien out there quote for the day?
Oh man, I don't know about an alien quote. It's probably got to be something Kanye said.
I can't quit you.
Yeah, but I mean, I would tend to point more at like geniuses who it's like, Nikola Tesla or someone. Like, how could anybody think of that unless they had otherworldly knowledge or something like that? If I was trying to convince someone, which I'm not.
No. Well, you seem convinced. You seem an alien believer. So I'm sure that whatever T-shirt we end up with will help. Did you have a good show today?
I mean, I just think it would be. Yeah, I had a good show. I just think it would be incredibly narcissistic to think that we're the only ones that exist. Like,
Yeah. Yeah, no, it makes sense. Like, it
would be like the equivalent of being an ancient explorer and landing on a new continent and seeing a bunch of people and then still claiming that you discovered that continent.
Right. I agree with you very much. A lot of times I look at it like Cook. And Captain Cook would show up at shores and claim to discover it. And it's like, I've discovered this land. There's a people here. Well, so then let's take a look at that. And it's just, you're just finding new lands. And you never thought you were going to be finding new people. You just didn't. You thought civilization is... But he would commonly, find an indigenous people. And I don't know how much different than Cook we think we are if we think we're going to explore outside of what we know and think we're going to know what's outside of what we're exploring. It doesn't make any sense. That's the whole point of exploration. You don't know. And so we go out into the unknown. And the unknown, is there. So, Duder, with that, I will ask for any shout-outs here, brother, as we take our walk, and we're out of here for the day. Try to bring it back to Mondays. Would you agree? Or would you say that Tuesday's the new home, man? I don't know. You got to be honest with yourself sometimes, right?
Try to keep people on their toes.
Is that okay? All right. Well, we're gonna hold it down still on Mondays then. Dude, any last minute shout outs before we get out of here?
Shout out Sigourney Weaver.
Wow. That's I like that. That's nice.
She kicks butt and looks good doing it.
No, I get that's nice. All right. Shout out to all the UFO enthusiasts out there. We understand times are coming. Some people call it the end. Some people call it the believing. The no. It'd be what the end is near. Some people think it's God. Some people think it's who is it? UFO. Some people think it's the government. You believe you. You never know. Dude and Debo don't know. We're just checking it out. We're gonna catch y'all next.
Alien.
Who is Resident Aliens? Was it?
Fugitive Alien.
Oh, I like it.
MST3K. That is the name of the movie.
Damn it! He couldn't. He had to come.
Fugitive
back.
Alien.
See, Duder.
What Google
You were
said.
dealing with a mad scientist. Mad scientist. Dude and Debo, NG, obviously. We're out of here, guys.
To vote.
Yeah.
Good call.
All right. Well, okay. It's okay. So then we're okay. We're good. All right. Peace.
Oh.
Wait, we're still here? No, we're still. Oh no, we're leaving. No, we're okay.